Okay, in this video, we're gonna look at the connection between Winter and Jungkook. This will be my third video on them. The very first one, I predicted that I thought that they were like in a thing, but they weren't necessarily dating. And then news broke like months after that there were like signs. I don't think anyone has seen anything from the two of them since. I want to see if they're still talking, if maybe they're together in secret, if they don't talk anymore. We'll see what the vibes are. With that being said, everything I say is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, and with peace and love. And let's go. This is Winter. This is Jungkook. And this is an energy in between. Ooh. Winter is the Fool in the reverse position, which is like maturing, essentially. Jungkook is the Emperor, which is power, and the Moon in the reverse position is like there's not a secret. Sometimes it can also be evolution and change. Oh, that's kind of sad. I think, like, well, you know when, like, the like, evidence sort of came out of, like, the matching tattoos or whatever, Winter, I think both of them got a lot of hate, but I feel like Winter was quite hurt by it, or, like, it felt very out of her control. The Fool in the upright is usually, like, a very happy card. There's a lot of yellow, because it's the very first card in tarot, so it's, like going on a journey. It's, like, you're really excited. It's, like, a new whatever. In the reverse, it's, like, you've matured. It's, like, you've gone around, you know, the block a couple of times, and, like, you've gotten, like, scrapes and bruises from it, and you're much more aware. Like, now you're afraid of snakes. Now you know which path not to take. That's what it's giving. But it's like through, like, hard-won lessons. The Seven of Wands in the reverse position is sort of like people, like, I could not defend myself, but I was backed into a corner. That's how she feels. But, like, very powerless. That's how the situation made her feel. At present, it's not really giving that they are all that connected or talking, but we're also early in the reading. Jungkook, first card he got was Emperor, which is like power. The Queen of Cups is Winter and his energy. I'm almost certain of it. I don't know if Winter typically gets the Queen of Cups, but I think she does. I can't remember. I haven't read on her in a minute. That's Winter. He thinks about her. He's sad. Queen of Cups, I don't know if they're talking though, but I will say that I do think they talked when everything was going on. Not even necessarily like, oh shoot, like we're found out, but more like this is like really hard, because like I feel him having a great deal of empathy for Winter. I can't remember 100% what I said in the last two readings, but I think there was something along the lines of like Jungkook really cares about Winter or really likes Winter. And I think that's still true. He feels better positionally in himself, but he feels very sad for her in some way. I don't know if it's 100% to do with this situation between them or like things just generally going on in Winter's life, but there's something like he feels a sense of empathy. Also kind of a sense of loss, like I lost her, or like we can't do what we want to do. I think I remember saying in previous readings between Jungkook and Winter that like Jungkook was very down and Winter was kind of like not 100% about it, but just because she was really busy with like her career or whatever and wasn't really locked in. There's something in Jungkook's energy of sort of like I lost her or I can't have her. It's sort of like the ship is sailed, kind of, but it's not really because of Winter per se. It's almost like there's too many eyes on us, like it'll never work. She obviously is very hurt by this, like she doesn't want to put her whole deal in jeopardy. Maybe the company's also stepped in, I don't know. There's something about that. It's like it's sort of like something you can't have and you're a little like bummed about it. That's how it's giving. But he himself feels kind of good, especially because the Emperor is like sturdy. It's like stability. Energy in the middle is the Page of Cups, which is interesting energy because the Page of Cups is like young, youthful energy in terms of emotions, creativity, artistry, that sort of a thing. I don't really know what that means. Moving away from his energy towards hers. Ace of Cups. Their connection does feel very emotional, but there's something kind of unresolved about it, but almost like they don't talk. If they do talk, it's not about the thing that they want to talk about. You know, sometimes if you've had like kind of like, not a falling out in a fight way, but I mean, you know what happened, like where people were like, they're dating and then it became a whole hullabaloo of fan wars. There's something about, I really don't see them in contact all that much. If they do talk or run into each other, it's never like a deep like debrief of what happened or like anything like that, or like how they actually felt about each other or like what went on or what could have gone on. There's none of that. There's like a lot of unexpressed emotion, I guess. There's still like a lot of emotion between the two of them because it's like, I did sense that I sense Jungkook like Winter more than Winter like Jungkook, but I think just because Winter was locked in. But honestly, I feel like she did like him. I think she found him to be like safe and like fun. And I think there was something kind of, I think it's quite flattering when someone really likes you. I think that was like nice, because I don't know, Winter doesn't necessarily strike me as someone with like low self-esteem and like a really like, kind of way, but I think a lot of K-pop idols probably do struggle with esteem in one way or another, because it's such a tight rope that you walk. And there's something I think with Winter about like, he likes me, you know, I mean, obviously he's a member of BTS, for example. Also, Winter, you're nice, but whatever, anyway. Winter got the Knight of Swords, which is rushing away from Jungkook's energy. She got very scared by this. Very scared and very scarred. I guess I've never really thought about like how, I guess, somewhat traumatizing it would be to be a K-pop idol and have dating rumors, unless, like, I'm sure there are kind of somewhat rare instances where it's like no one cares that like you're dating someone. Like Jisoo sometimes gets linked to like actors, and that's usually like not a big deal, right? People don't give a fuck. But like, you know, I think in Winter's case, and also, I mean, like, didn't they send like death wreaths to like Hybe of Jungkook or something like that? That is so crazy to me. As an American, I think that's so crazy. Not to judge the culture or anything, but that's like crazy to me. Anyway. She's very scared. This is her rushing away. She's like, absolutely not. I don't think, she's very terrified, I think, of having dating rumors with anyone. In this case, I really do kind of think that she was like feeling Jungkook's vibe, or like in some way kind of like flattered, or sort of like, okay, like we can like maybe like hang out sometimes. It's sort of like she's very scared of the backlash. So it's like just like no pursuit. Jungkook got the Page of Pentacles, which is facing her energy, but it's in the reverse, and it's like a younger card. So it's sort of like, if Jungkook, I think, is really respectful of like where Winter is at currently with this. He's not pushing anything. He's not like, you know, texting her regularly like, girl, like, talk to me. It's none of that. He lets it go. He gets her position a lot, especially because the Queen of Cups is very empathetic. I like Jungkook. That's very sweet. He's very, I don't know if he's this way with all women, but he's very soft for Winter, deeply soft. It like really is heartwarming to me. He does really care about her. He really likes her. But this is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. It's sort of like, if it was in the upright, imagine this. Oh, I'm going to be off screen. Okay, here. Imagine this, where it's sort of like she's running away, and he's like, please come after me. Except she's running away, and he's right here, which is sort of like, I want to offer you something, but I won't. I'm going to have boundaries about it. And like, if you came to me, I'm still open to it. But Winter doesn't really give the energy like she is. So he just kind of lets it go. But he really has this like quiet in the back of his mind, like forlorning, like a dream deferred, a dream that's died, kind of. Ace of Cups in the middle, literally is just like emotional, deeply emotional, their connection still, both of them. Stop it, lovers, stop it. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. This is chaotic. This feels future oriented, and this seems really messy. I don't know. A couple of things. This doesn't feel like Winter's energy. This feels like a different person. Feels like a different woman, maybe. The High Priestess is your higher self in the middle. But the Lovers. I want clarification on this card. Because that could mean so many things. This looks really messy, but I might be misunderstanding. The Empress. Oh... Winter. What's Jungkook's sign? I need to find out. Hold please. A Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Okay, this isn't, well, it still could be him, but anyway. Let's take these away for a second. So Queen of Wands doesn't really feel like Winter's energy. This seems like a different person. It seems like someone Jungkook is interested in or talking to or seeing. I don't know how far it is, but there's another woman in his orbit that's like, because in my mind's eye, oh my god, okay, I'll just explain what I see in my mind. We don't know if this is accurate or not. This is all just, you know, fun and games. But I see Winter. It's like I'm like in Winter's point of view, and then like it's almost like the camera pans out, so then I see Winter. I'm not in her point of view anymore, and she's looking at Jungkook, and Jungkook is like with another woman talking, almost like flirting with her, I guess. Winter's face doesn't, it's just like she's just like normally looking. She doesn't look like upset particularly, but that doesn't really mean anything. I feel like there's someone in Jungkook's orbit. The Lovers is interesting because like the Lovers is literally like the Lovers card. This is a card about, this reading is kind of like a connection between two people. In this case, this feels future oriented, though, almost like Winter might become ready again. But there's also, you know why? I keep hearing or like thinking about Olivia Rodrigo and like, you know that like one Purple album, but also her other album Guts, and it's sort of like there's like a sense of like jealousy and like, you know, it's like the other woman and like being inadequate. There's something about that. So it's almost like, I don't know if Jungkook is around anyone right now or he's just starting to talk to someone. I really couldn't tell you, but there's something about like Winter is gonna see Jungkook interested in another woman and she's gonna have feelings about it. But it's very in Olivia Rodrigo way, because I feel like Olivia Rodrigo is kind of like respectful. Like she's not like mean in a vindictive way. She's just sort of like, oh, like I have emotions about this. Very human. The High Priestess is interesting because it's like your higher self being on the right path or whatever. And I don't 100% fully understand. I kind of want to pull on this. But anyway, so these cards, I'm confused by the Lovers, right? Because the Lovers is sort of like, is she back to being interested in Jungkook? Like, what's tea? Then you have the Empress, which is taking care of yourself. I feel like I get that card for Winter kind of a lot. Just because I feel like Winter's been she's trying very hard to invest in her well-being, which I fucking love because I think it's just tough being a K-pop idol. You don't always see them always necessarily, whatever. This is going into the past though, in like childhood, and then the King of Swords. That doesn't feel like Jungkook. It feels like older, more powerful. Oh, it seems almost like in a business context, like somebody that's in charge of like aespa or something. I don't know, her lawyer. I'm not sure, but this seems like somebody that's like, this isn't in a romantic way. This is almost like in an advisement way for whatever reason. Older person. It doesn't have to be a man, though it feels masculine, but it doesn't have to be. And the star. Oh, I think I somewhat understand. This isn't necessarily like Winter is jealous of whoever Jungkook may or may not be like talking to. This is more like Winter sort of like, I want to date, generally speaking, and I don't know how to do it, and I feel very like, if people find out, like they're gonna like go crazy, as you know, we see fans kind of doing a lot. And there's also something about like her own like heartbreak and like, you know, fear and vulnerability going on there as well. There's something about that because the star is sort of like there's eyes on me. It's not, what's interesting about Winter is it's not really in like a painful way. It's in a kind of matter-of-fact way. Very like she's doing calculations on things, and it's sort of like, I want to date, like I want to experience this, but at the same time it's sort of like I'm a bit wary. There's also someone advising her. I guess it must be someone at SM. I don't know if like, I don't know. Well, no, because remember, wasn't Garena dating someone and then people found out and then she like had to break up with the dude or something like that? I don't know if SM has like weird policies around dating, because they've been idols for like ever. I really don't know. I would imagine, because a lot of people project onto them, like, you know, a good chunk of their fan, I'm sure, are people who, like, imagine themselves, like, with the idols or whatever, but there's something about, like, this isn't, like, someone advising Winter that she can't date a specific person. This is sort of, like, a policy or a rule around Winter or aespa that's sort of, like, advising you that dating is really hard, so you have to do all these things on top of her own hurt and heartbreak. But Winter is going to see Jungkook with someone, and I don't even know if it's a girlfriend, but just like seeing him, like, I don't know if they're like at like a function or something and he's like flirting with someone, and she's like, that could have been me, and it's kind of yearning, but she's also split with her career. That's what it's giving. I don't know. I thought that was gonna be way messier than it was, but it's very like, Winter, I love her energy. I'm gonna be so honest, she's one of my favorite K-pop idols, energetically speaking, because it's just very like soft, and she's very contemplative. I think she's really nice, and I think she's very like I sense this kind of like pensiveness, kind of like a rabbit. It's not anxiety, it's just sort of like trying to like make the best move with what you have. Anyway, I want to know about the High Priestess though, and why we got that. I think that's about like doing what's best for you with regards to both of them. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be negative here, because like they might get, I really don't think so though, but it's like the ship is kind of sailed, but not in a, there's this sense of melancholy, but it's not in like such a bitter way either. It's not in an angry way, it's not in a sad way, it's just kind of a melancholy. I think the High Priestess is sort of like, things are moving on, we're moving on. So Winter feels a sense of complexity between her love life and her career, and it's just honestly like Jungkook, I kind of want to know who the Queen of Wands is. The Queen of Wands, to me though, currently isn't really symbolizing a person, though it could. It just feels like a placeholder for somebody. Like Jungkook might be seeing or flirting with for the day, whatever. But I'm just curious if that's like actually a person. We're so nosy. I just love this. It's so fun. Okay. Oh, King of Wands. Uh-oh. Can I tell you something? People are gonna get so... Don't shoot the messenger. I don't know if it's Jungkook that was this, but I'm pretty sure I've said this about Jungkook before. I kind of feel like no, I think that might have been a different member. I can't remember. I don't know if Jungkook... I think Jungkook genuinely is someone who likes to have fun. I wouldn't say he's 100% like... I think he's someone... He just likes to party, if that makes sense. Like, I think he's a certified lover boy. And I don't always think it's 100%... Oh, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't 100% always think it's like women. Which isn't, I don't know, I'm hesitant to call him like gay, not like a homophobic way, but more in a sense of like, I don't know if he dates men, but I think if he's at like the club or whatever, like he's not like super like, you know, some guys are really weird about like dancing with other guys. There's something about Jungkook, he just kind of wants to have fun and be like around. I think he genuinely really liked Winter. Part of me suspects Jungkook somewhat like struggles to like have deeper feelings for people, which is why he had such sights on Winter. Because there's something about he just likes to be like around and like party and like feel people's vibes and stuff. But like there was something so significant about Winter. And that's why it's like he lets it go, but he's very like, whoa, like it's kind of hard for me to feel deeper things for people. And I don't know. Because I don't know. I kind of want more cards. But it's giving kind of like he just is like the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are just placeholders for people. And I keep seeing him in the club just like dancing and just like having fun with all types of genders. That's what it's giving. Like it's not really like a big deal for him. He just likes to have fun. Love. His energy is like funny to me. I'm like so uptight deep down, like I could never. Fight. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this wrong. Fuck. Any final thoughts between our two friends here? Oh. Ace of Wands. That's a lot of Wands energy. Yeah, I really see that. I think Jungkook somewhat struggles to have like deeper passions for people because the Ace of Wands is like not starting something new, and the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands is like super like passionate, fiery, like sensual. So it's sort of like these are placeholders. Because in my mind's eye, I just see like any person. It's not like a person or significant. It's just like people around him. There's something so special to him about Winter. It's sort of like, oh wow. You know, like I don't know, like some people I think have a really easy time like gaining like serious crushes. I don't think that's a Jungkook low-key. I don't know why. Winter is the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, which is like oh, kind of like a little repressed or trapped. Sort of like, I'm in such a good position. Like, I'm, you know, Aespa's doing really well. Like, I don't know how her health is doing, but in general, she's like, I'm in a good place, but I still feel a bit trapped. It's interesting because, like, I think sometimes I catch up with K-pop idols where they seem really, like, angry at their fans or kind of bitter by the rigidity. Winter just kind of accepts it, but not in a sad, resigned way. It's just sort of like, this is what I signed up for. Like, it's tiresome, I don't love it, but like this is it. And I do think she really genuinely enjoys being an idol or being an aespa or something about her career. She loves her career, she doesn't want to jeopardize it. But she's also like, I wish I could just kind of carefreely date, but I'm scared, and also there's a lot of complexity to it. So she just kind of accepts it. This isn't, neither one of them seem that like broken up about this. I think it's sad because I think it's kind of a love lost. I wouldn't say they were like soulmates, we're going to end up together forever, but I think it would have been a really fun thing for them to explore a little bit longer. Well, I wish them so much love and light. This was honestly really interesting. Well, with peace and love.